Man stranded at Walmart attempted to lure me. So, in my life, there have been only a few times I have ever looked back and thought I really could have been killed or something. This is one of them. It was back in 2010 and I had just started college. I had arrived pretty early as I figured traffic will be much worse than it turned out to be and kill some time. I decided to go to Walmart across the street. After shopping some meat MTG and buying some food, I made my way out, and once I stepped off the curb, a man stopped me. This guy was probably between his late 30s and early 40s and pretty unkempt looking. Ripped jeans that looked old, a shirt that was faded and looked like it once had a design or writing on it, and a baseball cap that appeared to be only somehow the new thing he had on. Once he stopped me, he started up with, "Hey man, I hate to be a bother, but I was doing some construction work up the road and my truck ran out of the gas. Can you help me out and drive with me to the gas station? I'm alone and pretty desperate." Obviously, that seems sketchy, so I offered to give him $10 I had on me, thinking it might really be a guy down on his luck. To my surprise, he immediately shut down my offer and instead continued to insist. I instead let him drive me to the gas station in his truck, pay for his gas, and then he drive me back. Needless to say, this all seemed incredibly bizarre, and I told him no, that I was in a hurry. Instead of leaving alone, he began to tell me, "Man, come on, I'm all alone here and my truck is on A. I'm stranded here by myself." Bro, you're too suspicious. Like, bro, he wanted you. He didn't want those $10. When I continued to walk away, he began to try grab my arm while continued to beg. Bro, this is getting weird. I realized quickly that the way we were positioned every time he went to grab at me and I walked away, he was leading me more and more away from the store and more towards the parking lot. Because of the cameras, I think, which was not very full this early in the morning. Not wanting to let him keep leading me away, I walked back toward the store and said I had something I forgot inside. Instead of following me, he pretty quickly backed off once I made it to the doors. Well, there is your confirmation. He was up to no good. I think he didn't want me to go inside and risk others seeing. Yeah. This may sound like an overreact, it does not. Overreacting, but at this point I was freaking out. I had never had someone actually try and grab me like this. And every bad scenario was running in my head. I'm sure you were right in every bad scenario. Not wanting him to do this with anyone else, I alerted the front desk of what was going on, and they said that they'll handle it. Honestly, I don't know if they did or not. They were in alert and they knew that some weird wackadoo tried to take people to force them into his car. Or didn't, because I quickly went for the other exit and nearly ran to my car. Once I was in my car, I noticed he was walking away from his spot, so I assumed either they had kicked him out or he was simply admitting defeat for the day. I was curious, so I watched him walk to the back of the parking lot and get in his truck. My heart sank when he pulled away, and I noticed two head pop from the back seats. Oh my god, he was not alone. As if they were hiding out of view until the car was moving, bro. To make matters even more sketchy, he did not pull into the nearest gas station and instead pulled onto the highway. Obviously, not something someone alone and running out of gas will do. He was fucking lying about everything. I'm so glad you saw through him. Because as a people pleaser as I am, I'm afraid I will have gone with him. I will be like, oh, okay. I'm kind of scared, but okay. And I'm glad you stood your ground and you were like, bro, no. And there's a saying that you know the people character, the person character, only when you say no to them. And I think you saw the character in real time. You saw that he was a little aggressive and he wanted to grab you and make you practically go in with him. Fast forward 2 days later, and I stop at the same Walmart, and what do I find? Yup, it was him. Walmart, bro, do your job. Still there and still giving the same story about being stranded and needing someone to come with him. This time, instead of telling the store, I just immediately called the police. I don't know if he recognized me and saw me on the phone or what, but he left pretty soon after that. Bro, I can't believe there are people in this world that do that. Like, they be sitting there while waiting to harm people. I think it has to do with um people trafficking, yeah, and organs trafficking, like that shit is scary as fuck. Or maybe he had bad intentions. Sorry if it's not as interesting as other stories. Don't be sorry. This is a real story and I'm sure everyone has to learn from it. But this is easily one of the scariest moments in my life. When I say he was trying to grab me, I mean he was trying hard. Like he grabbed me. He hasn't he wasn't gonna let go. Yeah, I don't know what he was planning, but I assume he figured a Walmart near a college would be an easy area to trick naive college kids. Yeah, goddamn. That's a bad assumption. Like, if they are in college, that does not mean they are naive. Sometimes they know more than us adults, they are more smart. And you were so close, OP, for something bad to happen. And I'm so fucking glad you didn't go with him. And sometimes it's okay to not go, to not be the better person. Sometimes it's good to be selfish. Bro, you cannot help everyone. So listen to your gut, listen to your instinct, and listen to your rationality. Like, that was a man, a full adult man. Why would he wanna ask you for help? A college student, like, bro, just ask for a real man. for help, or a real grown ass up adult, you know? Like, yeah, there's nothing good come out for this. Just when you meet people like this, just ask yourself the most basic questions. Why me? uh, why him? Why now? Uh, yeah. And I don't make any sense, don't I? I suck at giving advice, but I hope this story will help you. And did you ever experience something like this going to Walmart? Comment down below. Bye, creepers.